So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whatever you address yourself as, welcome to episode 3 of the High Ticket Sales Bootcamp. And this part of the series is getting hired. Okay, we've gone through the mindset, we've gone through what high ticket sales is. You've already, if you're watching this video right now, you probably understand, all right, cool, this is something that I can do. This is something I can see myself doing, and this is something I want to put my all into. You understand it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You understand that you're not just going to be able to sit from your little laptop in Bali, making money and everything's going to be cushy. You're going to have to work. But the upside and the money that you will be able to make from high-ticket sales, you understand all of that. Now it's about getting started, right? And in order to get started, what do we need to do? We need to be able to get hired, the business owners, okay? We need to be able to find someone to appointment set for or close for. And this is what we're going to be covering in this episode, right? But we're going to be covering the main and the first pillar of that, which is profile optimization. By the way, side note, as you guys can see, I'm not in rainy UK right now. I am in sunny Thailand, out here in Thailand for the next 2 months, I'll say minimum, to just lock in. So you guys are going to be getting an insane amount of vlogs. So insane amount of vlogs and insane amount of content. So watch out for that. But yeah, let's get into it. Profile optimization, right? Now, getting hired as a sales rep, genuinely, is probably one of the most simplest things in the world, okay? However, you watching this video right now, you probably see people online that overcomplicate it, make it sound like the most confusing thing ever, when really and truly it's not even that hard. Now, people online make it sound like you have to run all the way to India and back, slap someone's auntie and sign a client, and then, you'll actually be able to find someone to work for. But really and truly, all you have to do is gauge 3 principles, right? Tools, the processes, and the execution, okay? And what I'm about to be covering first is the tools part of exactly what it is that you need to do in order to optimize your profile, which is essentially going to get yourself hired, right? Because the tools is what you use in order to be able to get hired. And the tools are going to be obviously an optimized profile, a good outreach message, and accounts to outreach, okay? But the number one thing we're going over is an optimized profile today. So this is what my profile looked back in the day when I was outreaching, right? This was literally my profile about 2 years ago. Here, as you can see, a nice little picture of me. This is actually from when I went to Thailand the first time. As you can see, I've got David in my bio. My name isn't, Demon Dragon Slayer 25. It's not Cristiano Ronaldo lover, footballer 2023. It's just my name. Just a clear name, says David. As you can see, I've got appointment setting and high ticket sales in the bio. I've got a nice little Bible quote. And that is quite literally how simple your account has to look like, all right? Now, obviously, the better and the more you have, the better. So as you can see here, I had 5 posts up, and I had a ton of highlights, right? I had highlights, I had my client results there. Say if you've been obviously appointment setting and you've worked for a client, then you can put the results in there. But if you don't worry. All you have to know and all they have to understand is that you've paid for your professional training. If you have. If you haven't, definitely go look into having a mentor because it will help you massively, right? But yeah, this is what mine looked like back in the day. A bio, clean profile picture, make sure you have your face in yours, and just highlights of you living life. As you can see here, I've got highlights from 2023, 24, 22, back in the day. Good amount of posts showing that I'm actually a real person. I'm not just a bot. I'm not one of these bot Indian accounts from Pakistan that, just make account and start outreaching people to become an appointment setter for them. I'm actually a real person, okay? Cool. So as you can see here now, that is what my profile looked like. And truthfully, if your page looks like a bot, you will not get replies, okay? Say that again, if you don't look like a real human person, a human being, if you don't look like you have some sort of a life, if you don't look like a normal person, your page will not get replies, okay? I see too many people with no profile picture, a weird name, and just put setter in their bio, and they automatically think, oh yeah, a business owner is going to see setter in my bio. Even though they can't see my face, they'll still reply to me and I'll still be able to get hired. But it doesn't work like that, okay? As human beings, we are impressionable people, right? And we make our impressions based on, the first 5 seconds of interacting with someone, right? So if we interact with someone on their page, and no matter, they could be claiming to be the best setter in the world, but if we go on their page, they look like a little bit of a bot, they've got no images, they've got no pictures, we're probably not going to reply to them, even though they could probably be the best setter in the world, okay? For example, right? Here's an example of someone who you should not look like. As you can see, his name says Biraj Atram Banilla, okay? He's got no profile picture, and he just outreached me. I cut out the outreach, but he just outreached me on some nonsense, okay? Literally 0 posts, 0 followers, 0 following, clearly just a bot account, or even if it was a real person, it's useless, no one's going to reply to that. He could have had the best outreach message ever in the world. No one is going to reply to that. Okay? Your page is probably the first and one of the most important ingredients to getting hired, okay? And you must ensure that you optimize it in every single way possible in order to get a higher chance of replies. You want to post pics. If you've got no pics, go and take some, okay? Get your boys to just take pictures of you. You want to be that annoying guy that tells everyone, oh, take pics of me, I think I look really cool here. Take a pic here, take a pic here, take a pic here. Because that is what is going to build your portfolio of pictures, and then that is essentially what is going to make sure you get hired. It's going to make sure that your profile is optimized. That's what's going to make sure your profile's optimized, and if your profile's optimized, you're going to get more replies. Even if your outreach message isn't even that good, you are going to be able to get hired, okay? So yeah, post pics. If you have none, go get your boys to take some. Super easy. Get a blue tick, okay? I used to be one of those people that I thought getting the blue tick was really, really weird, really cringe. I still subtly do think that from time to time I have to slap myself out of it. But honestly, jokes aside, like getting a blue tick and getting verified, it will do wonders for you. And the reason why it will do wonders for you is when you're outreaching business owners, if they can see you're verified, subconsciously they're more likely to click on that message at least, or more likely to respond to that message because, as I said, you're clearly verified, right? You're someone who has gone out of them. They'll be able to tell that you've paid for it. You can pay for it. It's like a £7 a month subscription. But stuff like that is what makes business owners want to reply to you, and it shows that you're engaged. You know what I mean? It shows that you're actually going the extra mile. You're actually serious about this, because there's so many appointment setters now in the market, which I addressed in the video before this, that just aren't serious. Make sure you're public, okay? Don't have a private account. Post some highlights, and make sure you've got a clear bio explaining you and what it is that you do. Okay, it's like a mental exercise you need to like go through with yourself. Is you need to think, all right, cool. If I saw my page, you look at your profile and say, if I saw this page in my requests, would I reply to them or not? Okay, what would I think about them? Would I be enticed to answer this message, or would I just leave it? And you want to put yourself in the perspective of a successful business owner that makes a crazy amount of money, that has so many people to talk to, that's so busy, that really and truly doesn't have the time to answer everyone. If you look at your page and realize that you yourself probably wouldn't reply to yourself, then you need to optimize it, you need to change it immediately. Okay, what I want you to understand is that in 2026, right, your Instagram page is literally your CV. Your Instagram page is literally your modern form of CV. Okay, so if you don't have a good page, you've got a shit CV. It's like applying to jobs with a shit CV. You're not going to get hired, are you? Not in sales, but just in everything. It's like in how people perceive you, in making friends, and even getting girls. Like, look at your Instagram page. It's like, if I've got an optimal profile page, I'm going to get a higher conversion rate when I'm speaking to women as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always a plus, right? You understand that your Instagram page in 2026, that is going to unlock the key to so much things for you, so much opportunities and so much growth for work. Like, I've made an insane amount of money off of my Instagram, and just having an optimized Instagram page. Honestly, it's the key. So you must ensure your page is dialed, otherwise you are playing at a disadvantage. Like I said, right, you could have the best outreach message ever. However, if you look like a bozo, you're not getting a reply. Another way that you're going to actually be able to optimize your profile is by maximize your IG stories, okay? Your Instagram stories are the best way to put an impression and showcase the type of lifestyle that you have, and show that you're a person, and show that show to people viewing your page the type of person that you are. Like, if we go on Instagram right now, right, and if we go on to my story page, if we go onto Instagram and we go to my story page, give me a second. As we can see, right, first things first, what have you got me doing? I'm in Thailand right now. We've got me hitting the bag, looking dangerous, looking good. Perfect. It shows people a little bit what I am. If I outreach a business owner right now, they're going to be like, oh shit, this guy's in Thailand. Oh, that's pretty cool. He can fight as well. And then you've got some sick results from some of the boys in my sales community, right? Stuff like that. Like, always make sure that you're posting your IG stories as well, because it's the best way to put your impression on someone who is viewing your page. And highlights are literally the first thing that they look at. Okay, so you want to ensure that you're constantly posting your highlights, and make sure you try to aura farm a little bit. Like, genuinely aura farming, especially when you're trying to hire a client, aura farming will do you so well. Because if you go on my highlights right now, the first thing you're probably going to look at, like, you think it's going to be my post, right? But it's actually just going to be my highlights. You're going to look at my post a little bit, and then you're going to look at my highlights. So it's one of the two. Okay, so yeah, you always want to make sure you're aura farming your posts and your highlights as well, and just making sure you've constantly got posts up. Okay, always try to have a story posted. As business owners that you outreach are going to look at that, and the first thing that they can see is that if they look on your highlights, if they see that little highlighted button around your story, see that you're doing things and you seem like a good guy to be around, they are way more likely to respond to you. Okay, here are some examples of people with sick highlights. Okay, obviously we've got my mentor here. Got my highlights. We've got some guys that are just sick that just came to mind when I was scrolling on Instagram. And I know it's gay, right? But like, you kind of just need to look at optimizing your profile page as a high ticket sales rep. You kind of just need to look smacks, okay? You honestly want to treat it as like a treats fair page, okay? Obviously, I know we're probably going to get flamed on Instagram like, oh, men used to go to war and now they optimize their highlights. But this is how we make more money. You know what I mean? So, yeah. This is exactly what I want you to do. Obviously, make sure your highlights are optimized and make sure you've got good posts up. Posts of you doing your thing, as you can see back here. This was before I was even making money online. This was me boxing, me in Thailand, me in, that was in Cyprus, that was me in Zimbabwe. Just me doing cool stuff. Clean profile picture, highlights of me living my life. Good amount of posts showing that I'm a real person and also a clear name, okay? If you have an Instagram page like this, I promise you it will be impossible for you not to get hired. Hopefully you guys find that useful, and I will see you guys in the next one.